Welcome to Darien, King of Kjeldor. As far as our opening hand goes, yes. That is Ancient Tomb and a Soul Ring. We will keep on that. We could wish for a little bit more card advantage, but we can certainly make this work. So let's go and lead off with Plains. I don't know why I was about to say Island. Let's lead off. I recorded Orvar earlier. Maybe that was it. So lead off with Soul Ring, nothing else for 2. And then we will pass the turn. We're playing Darien, King of Kjeldor. Whenever you're dealt damage, you may create that many 1/1 white soldier creature tokens. Playing against Golos, Tireless Pilgrim, which we will cover in just a second. So we're looking at 1, 2, 3, 4. That'll be a 5 with Ancient Tomb. I'm digging this a lot. All right, so let's go Ancient Tomb. Let's look at two off of Expedition Map. Let's get the Expedition Map down, and let's go for the activation off of Expedition Map. There we go. Let's get this popped out. Let's grab a Pain Land. I think at this point, is it, no, which one is it? There we go, Tarnished Citadel. Let's grab Tarnished Citadel. That's going to go to the hand. Then anything else, we're going to pass the turn to our opponent. Feels good to be out-ramping the Golos opponent. We're playing against Golos. Whenever Golos enters the battlefield, you may search your library for a land card, put that card on the battlefield, tap, then shuffle your library. For a 2-mana Wooburg activation, exile the top 3 cards of your library. You may pay them this turn without paying their mana cost. So next turn, we're looking at Darien. We're going to get Darien on the battlefield, and if they've got spot removal, so be it. Or we could try to go for Bastion Protector. That would be the safer line of play. With it being 5-color Golos, sometimes they just don't always have like a key piece of spot removal. So let's just kind of get Darien out there. Darien's one of those commanders that you got to be aggressive with Darien sometimes. So we're going to get Darien out there. It's going to be 6 mana on turn 3, which is pretty good. And then anything else, pass it back over there. But yes, we covered both commanders. Let's give a quick shout out to our sponsors, TCG Player. If you go to bit.ly/JoltMTG, that'll apply my affiliate link. That'll allow you to get some cards and help support the channel at the same time. If you do that, hey, much obliged. Certainly appreciate it. Let's give a quick shout out to MTGOTraders if you play the brand new set online, and of course, Gaming. And all right, so we are online. Let's have some fun. So let's get Tarnished Citadel down. Let's go for Bastion Protector. And what we're going to do on this one is we're going to pay 3 off of Tarnished Citadel and 2 off of Ancient Tomb. Yeah, look. Oh my goodness. Yeah, look at this. That's going to be a very nice army on the battlefield. All right, so let's get, and that's one of the fun things about Darien. If you've never seen this, you get to use your Pain Lands as a way to get extra soldiers on the battlefield, which is a wonderful thing. That's going to pump up Darien to a 5/5. Let's go and push in with Darien. It's going to be swinging across, get in for some commander damage, which sounds like a pretty good deal. And then on the back end, we do have Thraben Inspector with an clue token. I think that sounds like a pretty good plan. All right, so we're going to knock him down to 22, and let's go for a Thraben Inspector. Oh, this is the stuff dreams are made of. So let's get Thraben on the battlefield, and we'll wait to hold off on that to investigate on that clue token to crack that, and we'll wait for our opponent's turn. So let's get this down. And they grab coffers. All right, so it's going to be investigate token. It's going to be a clue token. So yeah, at this point, let's just, well, just in case we draw into something, let's go and crack the clue token. There we go. Then anything else, we will pass the turn over to our opponent. But yes, it is officially free time. Now, as far as Darien goes, we did make a few changes to the deck. As you can see, we got a brand new card in here. We have Keeper of the Accord. At the beginning of each opponent's end step, if that player controls more creatures than you, we get to create a soldier token. Get that mana vault down. And at the beginning of each opponent's end step, if they have more lands, we get to search for a basic Plains card and I think put it onto the battlefield tap. Yeah, there we go. So added a few different key creatures in here that really work well with different kind of soldier style stuff that also give us some nice little kind of mono white value. If you've never built a mono white deck, you need to make sure you have as much, situational card draw or situational value as you can. It makes a huge difference. And our opponent does have a Field of the Dead online. So hopefully we can push past them on this one. So let's see if we need to go for anything in response to this. We are indestructible with Darien, which is a good feeling. So let's see if this 5 mana is going to be. It's going to be a morph token. And with the morph token, okay, this is going to be some extra teamer mana. Okay. And they do have 5 mana available. So see what this last 5 mana is going to be. Journey of Discovery. Okay. So see what this reveal is going to be. Even if we don't win the game, I don't know what they're going to be grabbing off of this, but that is a lot of lands on the battlefield. This is a very good showing of what we're trying to do with Darien, is get down some sort of pain land, whether it's Tarnished Citadel or Ancient Tomb, and simply just tapping those down to get 5 extra soldier tokens That is a wonderful thing. So that's going to be snow-covered island, and then what was the reveal? So the snow-covered island and snow-covered plain. So let's go and cross the cover off, the coffers off, and we'll cross off that island. So that does leave snow-covered plains in our opponent's hand. Now, if we can find some sort of kind of tribal effect, or white creatures get +1/+1, we might be able to kind of push past these zombies, but we're still sitting in a good spot. The main thing is, do we want to go for Path to Exile right now? That's going to be gaining some life. The only thing that would do is kind of chew up mana for next turn if we're worried about that activation. You know what? I think I'm okay with this. So let's go Swords to Plowshare on Golos. That does give them another land search, but I'm just hoping to chew up their mana to where they just don't get, you know, a lot of free stuff off of that Wooburg activation. So there we go. All right, so run into Plains. Let's get Dunes onto the battlefield. And let's tap down all of our pain lands. So let's go pay 1, add... excuse me, that's not damage. That is just straight up plain. So let's do this. So let's tap down Ancient Tomb. That's going to be 2 damage up top. Let's add white mana off of Citadel. Okay, and then anything else? Yeah, let's just go and push in. We will trade with some of these soldiers on these zombies tokens, but at this point, we're going to get in as much damage as possible. So we're going to send the entire crew in. And then, yeah, let's go and send them in, see how they decide to block. Okay, so they'll end up blocking on Bastion Protector, which is okay with us. So we're going to trade on that zombie. They're going to drop them down to 19. And then anything else, we will go and pass the turn over there. But yeah, pretty much the pain lands. That is going to be very much key to Darien. So if you've never seen it before, it just allows you to just power out soldiers so quickly. And Tarnished Citadel is such an all-star in a deck like this. It's such a good feeling to be able to get that tap down for 3 mana, deal 3 damage to yourself, and get 3 tokens that do tag along. Now, our opponent will be able to get the zombie tokens going, but hopefully with us tapping down Citadel and Ancient Tomb turn after turn, we're going to be able to generate a pretty good board state. Now, one of the ways that you can really negate the amount of life loss in this mono white deck, which is very interesting, is by running a lot of the, you know, what do they call? Soul Warden. Let's see, what is the other one? Johnny's Welcome and Soul's Attendant. You know, you just really want to run those, some sort of package of those white creatures that whenever a creature enters the battlefield, you gain that life. Now, one of the cool things that if we can find for this particular matchup is if we can find Suture Priest. Suture Priest gives us the option of gaining a life whenever a creature enters on our side of the battlefield, but it also makes our opponent lose a life whenever a creature enters on their side of the battlefield. So that's kind of one of the ways that, you know, we might be able to kind of keep up with this Field of the Dead, these zombie tokens. And our opponent still had enough for the Wooburg activation. And luckily, it wasn't too bad. It was just Oracle of Moldiah. That's going to be Farhaven Elf and then 3 visits. So let's let them get this turn going, and then we'll talk about what's going on. And we do have a battle of zombies. We got soldiers versus zombies. So yes, we will definitely use this ability to grab a plains. It's going to get a plains onto the battlefield. There we go. See what we draw into for the turn. This is going to be Apostle's Blessing. Okay, so how do we want to set this up? I think at this point, so we've got 10. We can definitely make the trade with the zombies. Because pretty much one of the things that we're going to need to do is just power through these zombies, and we can regenerate our soldiers a lot quicker than that. The thing is, do we want to go for Dunes right now? They're only down to 2 cards in the hand. We know one of them is the Plains is no longer, they did play the Plains. So if we go for the Dunes activation, that's going to get +1/+1. Yeah, they're still going to be able to generate some amount of zombie tokens. So I think we just go for this now. Let's go and go for it. So we're going to go for the Desert activation. Let's do 3 damage up top. It's going to be 1/2. Okay, so we're going to get the Dunes activation. Always yield to that, and then always yield to Darien. Definitely with the soldiers on the battlefield. Okay, then anything else? Let's go and push in. Now, we do have Apostle's Blessing, so they do offer up some sort of weird block on Darien. At least we're going to be able to go for the Apostle's Blessing, depending on how they decide to block on Darien. So I'm just going to right-click, send the entire crew in. All right, so we're sending everybody in. We have at least 20 damage in soldier tokens, and then we also have, that's going to be 6. We also have 10 from regular creatures, non-soldiers. So we'll see how they decide to split this up. Okay, and then let's go ahead and make sure that Farhaven Elf, there we go. All right, guys, so we got the right blocking order. Before we go to combat damage, just go for Apostle's Blessing on Darien. That's going to be 1, and then tap down 1 more. And what we're going to do is we're going to get protection from artifacts. That way we don't have to worry about Golos. Okay, so we're going to have protection from artifacts, so it's going to keep Darien around on the battlefield. We're going to make a pretty healthy trade with a lot of these zombie tokens. Click OK. There we go. Drop our opponent down to 9, and then anything else, we're going to go on past the turn. So we might be able to push past him on this one. The only downside is we did lose the Dunes activation, getting that +1/+1. But at least we did kind of thin out that zombie herd just a little bit. That way there's only one zombie. They still have Oracle, which is going to allow them to make extra land drops, and with Dryad, being able to make an extra land drop too. So let's see what we're in store for with these Golos activations. Okay, so that's going to be Gurk Wildspeaker coming down. And we're going to see Crop Rotation, Growth Spiral, and Kolagon's Command. The good thing about Kolagon's Command is that Darien's sitting at a 3/3, so we don't have to be super worried about losing Darien this turn. But yeah, if you're looking for a Golos flip, if you see Crop Rotation and Growth Spiral, that is happy to see those two out of the 3 for sure. All right, so it's going to be Destroy Target Artifact. We'll add 2 mana in response to that. And then we'll discard our Lonely Homeward Path. They're going to go for Growth Spiral. And that will be an extra zombie once they get that land on the battlefield. Now, it looks like they did not put an extra land, so at least know that 3 of the cards in their hand, one of them is not a land. So our opponent's going to pop a Tarnished Citadel with Field of Ruin. We're going to get the respect on Tarnished Citadel. Let's grab ourselves a Plains, put that into play. Click OK. Ooh, and that is going to be Tidesprout Tyrant. Oh no. Okay. So whenever you cast a spell, return target permanent to its owner's hand. So let's see what they're going to showcase. I think, yeah, with Golos, if they start bouncing our stuff back, that's going to be pretty rough. So let's see how this is going to play out. Okay, and they do send Darien back to the hand with Primal Command. Or not with Primal Command, but with the Tidesprout Tyrant trigger. But yeah, even if we don't get the W, if we don't get the win on this one, if you're thinking about building Darien, it really starts with the mana base. That's going to be the key thing. You can see how quickly we were able to build these soldiers, get these soldier tokens out on the battlefield, and it just really starts with the mana base. You can run different stuff like Mana Vault, different things like that. Mana Crypt, that's going to deal 2 damage to you too. And so really just hitting on the mana base and the fast mana, that's going to be really key to building a Darien deck. But yes, we had a beautiful showing today. Not saying it's over, but with an active Tidesprout Tyrant on the battlefield, it's definitely going to have our work cut out for us if we want to try to win. So we'll see what we draw into. But yeah, at least just wanted to showcase that this is textbook Darien of what you want to assemble as far as being able to build up a soldier army very quickly. Ooh, and that is going to be an Ugin on the battlefield. All right, so let's see what they go for. They go for the +3. Yeah, that's going to knock us down to 10. We're going to lose that unspent mana. But yeah, this is just goes to show you how good Field of the Dead is. That is a very good card. It's an instant board state off of a land. Very nice thing to see. We can block. That's going to be Soldier Token. I mean, I guess if we have any shot of winning somehow, we need to have as many bodies on the battlefield. So we'll let this damage go on through. Ooh, don't want to yield through the turn. There we go. All right, and then we run into War Room. Let's go ahead and drop War Room. Maybe we get lucky. That's going to be 1, 2, 3. Draw into a board wipe or something. And that's going to be Court Street Denizen. Yeah, that's not going to get it done. So, good game to our opponent. We're going to scoop this one up. But we had a great showing from Darien. You know, this is exactly what you're going to see. Get Tarnished Citadel on the battlefield. Being able to tap down for 3 damage to yourself to get 3 soldier tokens on the battlefield in addition to Ancient Tomb. That's some good wholesome magic right there. So anyways, if you enjoyed the video, hey, like and subscribe. Thanks. Bye.